Please.
It is not the women who brought the law. It is the government which brought the law. Having conducted a survey around the country through the Law Reform Commission and having found out that there is a problem, the government brought the law. Ssempa, I am not the one who brought this law.
Do you agree that there is a problem in the country that we need to legislate?
Thank you very much. I would like to ask that, you know, when you deal with women, sometimes they become emotional.
Okay. You are more emotional than me.
Then what happens is there are stories that are shared whose purpose, if they are not examined carefully, can move people in emotionalism. But you see, I am a scholar. My sister Matembe mentioned to you I'm a pastor. I would like to inform her that I actually have a master's of science. I have a bachelor's in sociology. I have a PhD.
Doctorate, my dear, in law. I have a doctorate in law, which I'm discussing.
I'm talking about me
now.
now.
Discuss your theology.
I'm talking about me now. I have a PhD. And I am very familiar with research and data and how people sometimes share anecdotal stories and they justify the passing of laws, unfortunately. You know, people have not been speaking for them. And by and large, this law, when you read it and you hear the champions of this law,
it's a feminine law.
They are speaking from a position of anger. Men, they are so bad. They rape their wives. Men. And you can see that the basis upon which the champions of this law, whether it's brought by the state or whatever, you can see who comes to speak for the law. Solomon Nakawesi, Sheila Kawamara, Miriam Matembe.
What's wrong with them?
Again and again.
What's wrong with them?
What's wrong with me?
No, I want to
What's
tell
wrong
you,
with Miriam Matembe?
They are mostly women. These are mostly women activists. These are feminists. So, there has been absence of competent, educated men who can answer their arguments, who can ask them, can you provide us with data? Like for me, I just followed this entire thing of rape in marriage by saying, give us data. Yes, we hear these stories which are tear-jerking. Please allow me to finish. When somebody makes an accusation, they must be willing to back them. My sister said, if I knew you were going to ask that, I would have told people to come with research. But for the last 2 weeks, I have been writing to every organization. Okay? I've written to Mifumi, I've talked to Sheila, I've talked to Jackie Asimwe, I've met with the lawyers of FIDA who are behind this thing, and I've asked each of them to give me any study of marital rape, of these allegations they are making. And all of them, there's nothing. That's why I went to Mulago. So please allow me to say that while there may be emotional feelings, there is no sufficient scientific data, and we must have it. Secondly...
And you're being chauvinistic.
No, please, don't throw that word at me. Me, I'm being educated. Nasoma. Secondly, the second thing I want to bring out is the issue of the Domestic Relations Bill, okay, Domestic Violence Act 2010, 2011. It caters for any violence that can be proved within any relationship. Therefore, it makes this clause absolutely unnecessary, okay? The domestic violence, and I don't know if my sister has read that Domestic Violence Act. I'm sure she's familiar with it. But already, if you can prove that there is any harm in any relationship, you can be able to find legal recourse for that. Now, to come to the issue of the ideas that are guiding this law, okay? I think that we all agree our marriages need to be made stronger.
Right.
But we need to realize that our marriages have taken 4,000 years. Buno obufumbo bwe tulina bumaze emyaka nga 10-15 nga tubukola wakati w'eddiini wakati ne culture yaffe. Osanga obwakabaka bwa Buganda tebuka wansi wa myaka 13. Ogenda mu Bunyoro, ogenda mu Bakyoli, abaana ba Labon, abamasaba. Kati bamaze emyaka 14 nga bakola obufumbo. Okiwulira kati okujja n'ogamba nti etteeka lino lirina okuleetebwa mu bwangu kubanga balitandika mu 1960 limaze emyaka 40. Oba otulaba kintu kikoze eki ekintu kino kimaze ebbanga ate abantu bonna balina okuyigirizibwa. Mwannyina zoona agenda n'ayogera ku bakalamojja nti bareepinga. Nandyagadde okubulya abakalamojja bo jjukira bo gye babeera bali mu war zone. kati omukazi anaafumbirwa alina okusooka n'alwesolinga n'omusajja okulaba abaana alina amaanyi alina stamina okusobola omukuuma bali wabava eri Kenya ne babalumba kati obufumbo bwabwe basooka ne balwesolinga kati omusajja bw'oba toyina maanyi tugambe nga mwannyinaze Matembe nga toyina maanyi kusobola kulwesolinga na mukyalo oyo takkiriza kuwasa kubanga amanyi tosobola kukola ki kumukuuma naye ate bano bo balaba nti bano bakola ki eno culture ya rape kati waliwo
yeah, but isn't it time we got over such traits?
No, you need to understand, my brother, the strength of Africa is our culture, and I want you to know that this law, who is putting money into this law? You should know UK Aid, United Kingdom, okay, Belgium, Smart Club of 7, Ovao, America, Canada. These are the same nations who have been championing homosexuality. They know that if they bring a bill that is going to destabilize us, it will give no recourse to our people, but to go into what? Homosexuality.
Can I hear from Honorable Matembe on this one? Specifically, this one.
No, allow me to finish, please. She had her time. Now, I also want to bring her to the issue of the part of marital rape. I want to bring my sister, who she says she's discussing law. When you introduce a clause of that sex without consent is rape, you understand? You have other countries where we can study. So I did a survey of where nations which have adopted this law. One of them is Australia. In 1991, a case of Kevin Ebbs versus Watson was brought into Australian court where this law was put. He agreed to have sex with a woman. She gave consent. When he was having sex, at about 5 minutes, the woman saw that the man was ready to have an exciting moment. Then she said, "Mvira muano, I have removed consent." The man could not stop. The man went on for at least 30 seconds. That woman took that man, Kevin Ebbs, I want you to write that one down, to court, and the man was in prison for 4 years. Because the judge said that the woman had given what? Consent the first 5 minutes. But she removed the consent at the end of 30 seconds. In the middle. So now, marriages in Australia, husbands know anytime I'm having sex with a woman, I can go what? To jail. Because she can withdraw what? Consent.
So it has a psychological bearing.
So my sisters, others who are really interested in protecting marriage need to have time to sit with people like us and not be afraid of us.
Sit with Ssempa.
Why wouldn't you sit with Pastor Ssempa?
And in democracy, there is competition of ideas.